Hello loves! I recently decided to try a week of hot yoga. Me and my roommates went and we tried hot yoga for 5 days out of the week. So I decided to tell you guys my entire experience with this because this is something that I found was really awakening for me, and I decided that it would be a great idea to share my experience and to let you guys know what it was like for me, how I felt going into it, how I felt in between, and how I felt after. So today I actually completed my last class. I really enjoyed this experience. As you guys know, I am a weightlifter. I do not do yoga, so this was a completely new experience for me. Well, hot yoga was something I've heard about a lot. I was really interested in actually experiencing it for myself. But yoga is really good for you. There are so many benefits to just doing yoga on its own. And adding the element of hot yoga is just insane. The first class I did was just a power yoga class, and it was 60 minutes long, but I really enjoyed my first day experience, and it drove me to want to go back and do it again. My yoga instructor, she was really good. She really brought a peaceful element into the first class, so it really relaxed me. I have just started school, so I was going into my second week of classes, and it was already getting really hectic. So being able to bring the element of yoga into my life actually really reduced my stress just from the first class, and it actually taught me how to just live in the moment, to get rid of those fears, those stressors, anything that's in the way of life, and to just clear my mind, to just focus on my breathing, focus on the now. And so this class was just focused on powering through. It was very hot. I really don't know the exact temperature of the classroom. That is not really something that they tell you, but it was hot enough that I was dripping sweat out of places I have never sweat from before, which was just insane. I'm watching like sweat drip from my arms, like come out of every part of my body possible, and it was just like the most crazy experience. And you don't even notice yourself getting hot. It's more of a progression. You just kind of feel like it's like a sauna, and then all of a sudden you're just sweating like crazy once you're trying to do these moves. So the first day was probably the most difficult, only because I kind of didn't know every single move. I didn't know what the names of half of them were or how to do the form or variations, but the instructor was really good at showing us how to do our movements properly, how to fix what we were doing, and how to maintain that or to make it our own. And she was really open to doing things that we enjoyed instead of just following the structure, kind of going off your own and being very playful with the movements. And I really enjoyed that because the classroom setting was very chill, and it made me feel really good because it was such a free spirit class. You were able to just do what you wanted to and not have to worry about anybody judging you. We followed typical practice. We did 3 ohms to open up the class, and we ended it with 3 ohms, as well as saying namaste, which I thought was really cool, bringing that element in because I've always been interested into the history of yoga and where it comes from. And I would like to learn more about that, but this really helped me understand some of the practices that come along with yoga. On the second day, I ended up doing a class that was known as like a hot yoga jam class, and it was the only available class that I could do that day, so I didn't really have a choice to go back to the power yoga. This time I had a male instructor, and he was very good. He was very cheerful, he was very into it, very passionate. This class was more intense, and I sweat a lot in this class. This class had a lot of music. It was music the entire time. It was very high energy. It was powering through and not stopping. A lot of ab movements. I was sore the next day. So day 3, it was the same instructor, the male instructor, and it was again just the power yoga instead of the jam yoga. And I really liked the outline of this class. Although every class is different, it kind of encompasses the same movements, just different variations, and I like that. I like the change. I like knowing kind of where we are in the class, but also not doing the exact same thing. This day was probably one of the easier days for me because I had done it before, and for me it wasn't new, and I knew the movements at this point, and I ended up actually being at the front of the class. It wasn't as hot at the front, and I didn't like that because I came for the hot yoga and I really wanted it to be hot, so I was sweating, and it kind of was more satisfying that way. I noticed as I came out of the classes, you just kind of feel really refreshed. You walk out of that room and you let the cold air hit you, and your body just feels so good. It's like this weight has come off of you. All my stresses, all my worries for my projects that were upcoming, all my classes that I had that are going to be hard this semester, all of that just washed away while I was in the class. And I've actually found now that although I am still worried about them, I am not as stressed. I am living in the moment, and I am just kind of doing what I can now and worrying about the results later, because there's no point in worrying in something that you have to do anyways. For my fourth class, we had a female again, a different instructor from the first time, but this was the power yoga. Again, this class was good. I got to the back of the class for this one, and I was very excited because I was excited to just sweat it out, to have a good time. So the class was really good. I found that I really liked this instructor's way of teaching. She was just talking about letting go of things that we don't need to worry about, just letting it go and letting it be. And that really resonated with me. It kind of sank in my mind because I am a worrier and I do tend to think about things way too much, and then I just let it stress me out completely. That is so important, and I think that's one of the main lessons I have learned from doing this hot yoga experience. Now on Saturday and Sunday, I did not do classes. Saturday was super early class, and I know that sounds like an excuse, and it really is, but I really wanted to sleep in, so I didn't do Saturday. Same as Sunday, timing just didn't work out. I just didn't do the class, and I think that's okay. That's balance, and that's how it goes. It was good to have those 2 days off so I could come back stronger today when I did it on Monday for my last class. So for my fifth class, it was today. And this one was called Happy Hour Hot Yoga, and I really enjoyed this one. I think this was my favorite of all the classes. My instructor, she was really good again, different one from the first three, and I really enjoyed her. She was very positive, happy, energetic vibe. She was very good at helping those who were struggling, including myself. And giving them movements and just making you feel good about what you were doing with yourself. This class wasn't as hot, I found. It was a little bit more chill, toned down, but it still made you push yourself. I think it was a good way to end my hot yoga experience. I really did enjoy it. It was a great class, and I feel like I learned a lot from it. But outside of it, I found so many changes in my life from just 1 week of yoga, and I can't imagine what I would find if I continued to do yoga like throughout the months. So the main lessons that I think I got from this experience was that just letting go of the things that are bothering you, the things that are stressing you out, the things that are negative in your life, to just let go of them is the most important thing. That often leads to a lot more happiness, living in the moment and just enjoying where you are right now. I found that I have not been as sore, not just from being at the gym, but like my knees. I have bad knees, and my knees, even though I've been working them out, have felt like incredibly better than they usually do. I found that I'm more centered. I am able to find that balance physically and mentally in my life, where I can just stop mentally and just breathe if I'm having issues, to walk away from work when I need to, and not stress about not getting anything done, and knowing and trusting that it will. I just feel so good, so refreshed. I would come home, I would shower, I would put on a face mask, and I would just relax with my roommates, and that is like one of the most amazing feelings for me, because that is totally not me. I am always so hectic in my mind, in my life. I am so used to just going to school all day, coming home, and having to go hide in my room and do work because I thought that was the only way to get things done. But I feel like I'm actually more productive now. I have more energy. That was another thing. I had a lot more energy throughout the day, and it carried on throughout like the next day, and I was able to stay up later, do work, take breaks, do what I needed to, and not be tired even if I didn't get the amount of sleep I normally would. I would definitely recommend getting into yoga. Hot yoga was good because you just like sweat out all your worries. You just feel like so empowered, so powerful. I would just suggest at least trying once in your life, and if you enjoy it, to continue to do it and to try to do it, even if it's like once a month, once a year, just having those opportunities. And if you get that opportunity, honestly take it. If you guys decide to try it out, please comment down below. And if you guys have questions, let me know down below as well. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It would mean so much to me for your support. Please share this and let other people know, not just for me and for supporting me, but for giving other people this insight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys next week.